Gotta turn.
I'm having trouble trying to sleep. I'm counting sheep but running out. As time ticks by, still I try. No rest for cross-chops in my mind. On my own, here we go.
I think I let it run too long. We might get shut down on this one.
Right.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back to the First Dibs podcast from inside Porsche, Colorado Springs. I am Justin.
I'm John, and we're in Studio B.
Studio B.
Studio B, back home at the Pre-Owned Classic Center.
That's right.
We got cool cars.
A lot of cool cars.
Should we talk about those first, or should we talk about what we just did?
Let's talk about the cars. I think it's important we get business out of the way.
Business in the front.
Let all those people that don't want to have fun just listen to the business. And
all right. Sounds good. Dan and Brendan, thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Anybody that wants to join us live, we try to do this every Friday from wherever we are, live on my YouTube channel, John Deisty. If you search me, you'll find us. And thanks to everybody that listens afterward, too. We had Chad come down from up near Boulder.
Right.
Fun to meet him and
That was
chat a little bit and appreciate the listens.
Yeah.
Also, Ian's dad.
Oh, cool.
I feel really bad.
Oh, yeah.
We missed out on that 99 Boxster.
Oh, sure.
By about 3 hours.
Oh, wow.
So anyway,
Yeah.
Dave,
Dave,
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Right.
We'll try to figure something else out for you.
Yeah.
Where do you want to start?
You got the list, man.
I know. How about we start with an 87 Targa?
Oh, yeah.
What's that?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
Yep, that car is coming in. It is a Guards Red 87 Targa. It had a little bit of customization on the interior. It's got some houndstooth seat inserts, owned by a local guy here for a long time. Anyway, we just acquired it from him. He'd been using our service department, did a lot of work to it probably about 2-3 years ago, and then basically just kind of put it in storage. Big car collection. Thing is just, it's amazing.
It's a good-looking car.
It's a great-looking car. We got to put it through service, right? Get it all up to date just because it's been sitting for a couple years.
Yep.
But that one will be available here pretty soon. The technician, I forget who it was that was looking at it just the other day, but they said, man, this car, it was Billy.
Was it Billy?
I'm pretty sure it was Billy.
I think it was Alfred.
Alfred's been looking at a lot of them lately. But whoever it was said, man, that car is clean, which it should be. Because, the previous owner of it, spare at no expense, when it comes to, whatever cars need when they need it. So that'll be a pretty fun one. I'm looking forward to that.
There's another Targa I want to talk about, but I want to wait. I want to save that one till last.
Okay.
Because I've got some pictures of it.
Oh, excellent.
How about a 911 Turbo?
2021 911 Turbo S.
Yeah. Exclusive interior.
That's right.
Aero kit.
It is.
Sport design package, I guess, which is unavailable right now. So those of you that are waiting for it to come back, you can have it now if you want. Just this one.
Burmester.
Black with slate gray interior.
That's the interior.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agate gray exterior.
Right.
It's a really well-built car. Lower suspension, front lift, sport exhaust.
Right.
Carbon roof.
All
the good things.
Trim interior. And then I think even the seat backrest shells have the carbon inlays.
Oh, cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a pretty stunning car. That's been in our kind of family since new. Had a couple owners on it.
Yep.
So that's good.
Have we talked about how they're just too fast?
No, I don't think we have.
We haven't really. If anybody watches my videos, I think I dropped this fact in every single one, but to 30 miles an hour, Car and Driver has never tested something faster.
Right.
So it launches harder than the Model S Plaid, than a Veyron, than a Chiron, than any of those crazy hypercars or electric beasts. So they got something figured out. And 2.1 to 60.
That's amazing.
That's not too bad.
Right.
So it's too fast. That would make my guts feel funny. Like, seriously.
Right. Yeah.
Cool car, though. I was talking to somebody today just about how those kind of, I think at the top of the food chain, right? So in 911 range, Carrera T, Carrera S, Carrera GTS, I think all of them are great road cars. You could take them on the track. You could take them on a road trip. You could take them on a canyon drive, whatever you want. And they'll do a great job. They kind of work on both counts. And then when the model tree goes up past that, it kind of splits, right? One side you've got GT3, GT3 RS. The other side you've got Turbo S. And those that kind of the Turbo S are the street cars. I think. I bet if you were racing somebody from here to Aspen, I bet you could get there faster in a Turbo S than you could in a GT3.
Yeah, I agree.
Just more compliant, better on funny bumps, wickedly, blindingly fast on that strip. Just after you get past Woodland Park, you kind of go up a hill and then down, and then there's this like valley, just a big pit. And I bet you could hit 210.
Wow.
In a turbo.
That's moving.
Going up there as the cows watch you. Don't do it. Be safe.
Right.
Unless you've got escorts.
Right.
But yeah, no. So on the road, I think that. But the GT3s give me more of the fizz, right? The excitement. I feel like all I have to do is sit in it and start it, and my blood starts boiling.
Yep.
It just instantly is kind of theater. So we're at 6,000-7,000 feet here, so that changes things a little.
It does.
But that's my thought on those. So 2021 Turbo S, 6,000 miles ish, something like that. 2021 Macan.
Oh yeah.
Jet black over black, premium package plus.
Yep.
And a heated steering wheel. Those are the only two things you have to check on a Macan, and you kind of get everything you want. From there, it adds adaptive cruise control.
That's nice.
Upgraded wheels and roof rails. So nice car.
Yeah, that's a good build. That's good inventory to have.
They just drive so well.
Yeah.
I delivered a Macan T yesterday.
Yeah.
And the new owner called me like right when he got home an hour later because he wanted to go drive it, and was just talking about how great it was and how much he loved the engine, and that shares an engine with the 2021 Macan. Slightly different tunes, but very, very similar. So a little bit lighter on their feet, maybe 100 pounds from the front end gets removed when you go from the 6 to the 4. But I think they're great. I'm a lead foot, and that's plenty of car for me.
Right. It is plenty of car.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Mercedes?
Oh yeah, off-brand something.
A giant.
Oh,
if you have 14 children, or if you want to like bundle up, if you haven't bought your Pikes Peak tickets yet, buy them. They're starting to sell out. They're going quick. I bought 2 5-car packs, or five packs per car. 5 people per car is what I can bring. But with this, I should have bought a bigger one.
Right.
And they basically charge you for parking up there,
right?
Not for the actual tickets. So buy this, and you can put your whole family in it and go up and enjoy the race with us.
Yeah.
We should say what it is.
Maybe. Other than just being a giant Mercedes.
Yeah, exactly. It's a 2019 GLS 63.
Yes.
Bill drove it up the hill. I bet he was doing 87.
With Bill driving, I believe that.
Between
buildings.
Yeah. It was wild. A little bit of body roll. It dove a little bit when he jumped on the brakes to make the turn, but it's got those big AMG brakes, so it'll do what it wants.
Right.
Designo, is that how I say it? Designo.
I've never understood.
It's got Designo diamond white metallic. We should have that guy. Do you ever get the ads for Mercedes-Benz of Littleton? Or is it Westminster?
Littleton, I think.
Yeah, they have a design expert. We should have him on our show.
Really?
Wouldn't that be kind of fun?
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Tell him to get off stop advertising on my YouTube things. We don't overlap that much. espresso brown with the. No one's going to listen to the rest of this. I am so off the wall today. Espresso and black interior.
It's a sharp car.
It's a really good looking car. Carbon fiber and piano black interior trim, red brakes, a performance steering wheel. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to look at the Dynamica roof liner.
Oh, yeah, to see what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Sounds cool. And 22s.
Right, it does have some big wheels. They fit the car really well.
They do.
It's got a good looking stance.
I think when they go to the AMGs, they give them kind of fender flares too. Like it's got a very muscular look. It doesn't seem like the GLS like 450s that we've had come through.
I've got one complaint on this car. Just one. It has running boards.
Yeah.
Which they're not actually running boards. They're essentially
it's like toe steps.
They're dangerous. Like if you actually use them, they would be dangerous to stand on it. And then so basically it's like a mud ledge that you put your leg against every time you get in and out of the car.
It's a pant ruiner.
It's a pant ruiner.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
But the car looks good. I mean, when it's cleaned up, as long as you keep the mud off of your running boards, it's going to be great. But no, that's a cool car. And we do have a couple special cars.
A couple wild ones.
Yeah. Yes.
I can't believe we're able to pick these things up. It's been so long since we've had anything like this available.
Correct.
GT4 RS.
Right.
Carrara white. Weissach. Full leather with the deep sea blue interior. I actually have some pictures of this one.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah.
Let me see if my computer's synced up. Ooh, there's me with my eyes closed. That looks good.
You're not online yet.
No, I know. Yep. All right. So there's the interior.
Oh, I'm going to put you up here.
Yep.
All right.
So there's the interior. That's pretty good looking. I love how they did the Alcantara on the whole dash or the race text. Looks really cool. It looks like a manual, but it is a PDK. That's how these all come. The matte carbon trim looks awesome. The carbon seats with the blue and the blue seat belt are super cool. So that's fun. And then I gotta, just as you figure out how to have us both on, now I gotta try to find the other picture without showing everybody me with my eyes closed. Okay. See, that's me with my eyes closed.
We'll go back here for a second.
Right there.
Oh yeah, there you go. Let's put this back up.
Yeah. And there's the outside. It looks so good. I was talking with one of our clients today about how Carrara white is just like clean race car white. And then standard white is like dirty race car white.
Okay.
And they're both really cool, but this one is just like more bright and more pure to me. And it's got the sparkle to it. It's just kind of more of a clean white. Weissach package gives you the awesome carbon fiber exposed on the hood. The extra kind of sucky-in-y things on the air intakes. That's a technical term. It was translated from German. It loses a little bit. But yeah, what else does this thing have? Front lift.
Yeah.
Like race text sun visors.
Yeah.
That's good. That thing's going to be super cool.
Yeah, it's a well-built car.
You know, I don't know if we've got any more slots coming or not, but you've got a chance to get one now. So that's pretty sweet. And then the other one is right here.
Oh boy. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is
It's a gray
good
black,
car.
which that's the best color name on the planet.
right.
Gray black, paint to sample, GT3 Touring, PDK, ceramics, front lift, the exclusive interior in black with the really cool kind of textured, textured leather on the dash. Really kind of changes things up a little bit. Let me see, make sure I'm not missing anything. Big fuel tank, exclusive design fuel cap.
Right.
You need that.
Gotta have that.
Roof lining and sun visors and race text. And 18-way seats.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. I don't think ceramics are available right now on GT3s. I could be wrong, but I think right now they're on an order stop because they can't make enough of them.
Get them.
So yeah, again, if you want PTS or you want ceramics,
Right.
here you go. Pretty sweet.
That is pretty sweet. That's a pretty gorgeous car.
And then this one, where are we? You gotta feel the air. There it is. This car we've known for about a year, I think. It's a 1978 Targa SC. It which is the first year for the SC. So the first year of
Right.
having the 3-liter motor. Before that, they were the 2.7s. This is Justin's favorite 911 ever. Bulletproof motors, drive them forever, 300,000 miles, who cares? This one was a one-owner car until about a year ago, when one of our clients found it kind of out in the desert in California. The paint seems to be all original, except for one little spot on the passenger side rear fender,
Right.
where it doesn't seem like it was impact damage to me. I'm not a body expert by any means, but I think like a scratch or something probably got touched up.
Sure.
And the only way I know that is by kind of paint metering the car. So really, really cool. It's 88,000 miles, so barely driven,
Right.
which is cool. Runs great, smells great. It's got, I think it's a cork interior, might be the color name.
Yeah, I think that's right.
I think that's it. But absolutely beautiful. I think it's a car that, I would want to just drive as a survivor.
Right.
But if you wanted to do little things, you could probably put a clear mask on the front. It's got a few little pea-size
Sure.
pinpricks, not even
Right.
pea-size, like pinhead size things, but to help protect it a little bit so you
Right.
could drive it more. Maybe you'd want to recover the targa top at some point, but I don't know that I would, because I washed it and a couple drops of water got in, but that's it. It was sealed very, very well. And I think the whole authenticity of the car being a survivor is cooler than if you started fixing stuff. Then things
Right.
look out of place and it doesn't look as good as it is. It's just a super cool car. Mocha brown.
Yeah. No, I think it's cool.
Have you driven that one?
No.
Okay.
I think I rode in it,
I drove it.
but
God, it's awesome.
it's a very cool car, and I think it screams 1970s.
Oh, yeah,
you
it's
know,
perfect.
Everything about for it. No, it's a good looking car. It's great. Like you said, the survivor side of it, I think, is really attractive about it. It's a no stories, a well represented car. And you could just drive it, continue. I think it's something that you could drive every day, and then
Isn't that wild?
A car like this, the more that you do drive it, the more reliable it's going to be.
Yep.
So
It seems really dry underneath too.
very dry. Very dry.
Like I don't know. I feel like these cars, when they kind of sit out and stuff like that in our climate, they'll start to seep a little bit. This
Yep.
one, it's been stored inside or lived in California, so
Right.
kind of both.
Right.
And it just seems like a really, really great driving SC.
Yeah.
So
And even to your point about putting a little, some clear mask on the front end, maybe. Don't fix the
No.
paint blemishes.
Yep.
It's just keep it
just
the way
protect
that it is.
it. Yeah.
Right.
Stop it right now and just, because in 78, they didn't have clear mask.
Right.
You could have put a leather bra on it and then the paint would be trashed.
Right.
So well done, original owner. You took great care of it, and thanks for preserving it. I was talking to a couple guys today that it's funny, they all work together, and I sold 2 of them cars and I helped a third find one.
Okay.
And I didn't know they all worked together.
Oh,
And
wow.
so
Oh, wow.
and they just kind of they found that out themselves recently. So that was pretty kind of
That's
fun.
awesome.
But I was talking. We were kind of thinking, like, if you had a new 911, what side of the camp do you fall? I would want to be the guy putting 10 or 15,000 miles a year on it,
Right.
Using it as my daily driver and loving it. And one of the guys was he's in my camp, and he was kind of poo-pooing the people that just preserve them, and I'm like,
Right.
no, they're
Right.
great too. We
Yeah.
need them too, because someday, when I can actually afford one. Then I'll want one that's been
Right.
preserved like that, and then I can relive my experience. Oh man, this was new when I was a brand new sales guy.
Right. That's right.
It still smells like whatever it is, and I just think that'd be. So I appreciate both sides of it, and yeah. So this guy, I think, at 88,000 miles, that's a preserver.
It is a preserver.
Like that car is 4 years older than I am.
That's
And
all.
it's held up better,
right.
right?
Yep.
Yeah. So
Still looks like the day it was born.
I think it does. I think it's gorgeous. So
That's
anyway,
very cool.
yeah.
Oh,
there's a bunch of me again.
here we go.
Good catch. Is that all of them?
I think so. Take one quick. I know we had a bunch of them that were kind of coming through. the Mercedes was just today.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. Well, and so is the SC, actually, really.
Yep.
So,
there's a hybrid. Let's save that for next week. It's not technically here yet. Mm-hmm. Cayenne hybrid coming 2021, 2022. 2022.
22, I think, yeah.
Heard here first. We need to just make that a button.
Right.
We'll
do a recording.
I'll text Magnus and ask if it's okay.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah.
Can I use your voice, please?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, between Magnus and then having Lewis do a riff,
Yeah.
be good.
Yeah, that's why we played Brain Stew by Green Day.
'Cause he's blind.
Lewis is learning guitar, and that's the second song he's trying to kind of figure out.
Right. So I guess what John was alluding to, right before we started is we just had this kind of crazy occurrence happen. I mean, right as we're closing the dealership down. Transport driver walks in and says, "Yep, I'm here to drop off a car." Well, I'm not expecting anything, but it's not like I'm not the only person here, right, receiving cars. So what do you got? And he, rather than explain it, he shows me a picture on his phone. And it's a very interesting looking 930, I can tell. And I thought, so I wonder who this belongs to. So send off a quick couple text messages, and then I instantly get a phone call saying, yeah, no, that's your present for today. And I said, that's awesome. 6:00 on a Friday. I very much appreciate you for doing that. I have heard about this car before, and I didn't know that it was actually going to make its way here. So in any event, if you want to put up, how do we decide to do this? So you and I are going to stop talking here for a little bit, and we're just going to let this video play.
Should we just let it play? It's 4 minutes.
Yeah, 4 minutes long.
We might stop it, I guess. Mm-hmm. Do people really care about it flying out? Let's just play it. I just want it to be good for the audio people
for
too.
sure.
That's all.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So,
if we knew what we were doing, we'd know how to play this properly. But anyway, so if you want to cue it up,
I think do it on this.
Oh,
otherwise it's washed out.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yep, you're right. You're
let's turn us off.
All right.
Hey there, this is Justin from Portland, Colorado Springs. We had a present drop off today. I'm so excited. Maybe you can hear it.
Well, that didn't work.
Let's try it again.
No, that's not going to work at all. So I guess we're going to have to do it from my computer.
Yeah.
So the video is going to be a little washed out, but that's all right. Let's try it. Let's try again. All right, this will be better. Now we can talk over it.
Hey there, this is Justin from Portland, Colorado Springs. We had a present dropped off today. We're so excited. Maybe you can hear it. This is our 2023 Classic Restoration Challenge car. Check this thing out. Oh,
it was so gassy.
Oh,
in there, like my eyes
are still burning.
I felt.
Hey, everybody!
Look at
Welcome to the 2023 Porsche Colorado Springs Rescue Challenge.
Oh my God. It's
Yeah.
hard to breathe in here, but we got it running.
Should I skip forward a little bit? Yeah, here we go. We're getting it out. There we go. For those of you that are just listening, it's a 1980 something.
I think it's an 86.
That could be.
Yeah,
I don't
86 930.
Yep.
This car, some backstory behind it. It was being delivered to a dealership that bought the car in Michigan, and at some point during the trek, or the voyage that this car was on, it fell off the transport truck.
Well, the truck had to be driving.
It had to be.
There's no way. Yeah.
So the roof is completely smashed down. The passenger side is smashed in. All the glass, well, not all the glass, but I mean
Everything except for the little
quarter windows.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And John is driving it out of the trailer. Oh,
That was a little scary.
You're looking good.
The roof is so smashed in that I had to have my head like cocked 45 degrees sideways to have it fit.
We gotta put it inside somewhere.
and this transport driver cannot believe that this is happening right
Yeah.
now.
It actually came off.
Yeah. And now I'm about to do a donut.
Yeah, everybody driving by is staring at you. Don't stall it. Yeah.
It did take about 10 minutes to get it running.
Yeah, that's okay. Those upside up. There went the door.
The door flew
There
open.
went the door.
It may not have brakes. Does it have brakes?
Wow, look at that thing.
It's so good. What a poor car though.
Oh,
it was only showing 18,000 miles
Right.
on the odometer.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But anyway,
Okay.
I can't breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just I want to get.
so how did we find it?
We've got a business acquaintance, you know, it's a friend, like a friend of friend, but we do some business with him from time to time in Michigan. He's got a high-end exotic center in Detroit. And so anyway, the idea with this car is because we have our Porsche, you know, like our amazing body shop,
Yeah.
our body shop is going to assess it.
Okay.
And then basically we'll tell the owner, right, this is what it's going to take to fix it. Ballpark estimate, you know, what it's going to need to do. And
417,000.
then- right. You know, I wouldn't be too shocked if it comes in somewhere around 250. So that's just for body stuff. you
Yep.
know. But we'll see. I don't know. It's cool to see it now, right? And it's cool that we're showing it right
Yeah.
now. We should get some. I mean, we'll have to take some still shots of the thing as well, but it'll be neat to see it progress.
You know the funny thing? It drove great.
It's sound. You know, once it finally
Yeah.
fired off, it started off
Yeah.
one cylinder, put. You know, 2 cylinders, and then 3 cylinders. You could tell started sounding like a sewing machine, right?
Yeah.
Kind of quiet. But then once all the injectors finally decided to open up, it actually sounded pretty nice. Sounded smooth
Yeah, it felt good. So
until you almost fell out.
no, I was wearing my seatbelt. No, actually I wasn't.
Yeah.
But there's no way I could have gotten out of the car. So that was
Yeah.
I was wedged.
No, that's definitely an interesting car. So we'll see where it really winds up. Obviously, it's got a long way to go.
Yep.
But
And that's not actually our restoration challenge car.
No. For the people that are watching us do the classic restoration challenge, we're doing a 1959 356A that you can see on our Instagram page, our Porsche Colorado Instagram page from time to time. So that car is coming along pretty nice.
Yeah.
It's having all of its metal work done, which turned out to be a little bit more than what we thought it was going to be. So this car is going to be real nice. When
Well, I mean, that's a 300,000 mile car. We think
it's been
right.
around.
We don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe it's 2, maybe it's 4.
Right. Yeah.
But-
it's still numbers matching though.
Yeah, how
which
cool.
is pretty insane.
Yep.
No, it's made it a long way, and I'm certain that when this car makes its showing at the Works reunion, I guess is where it will be. Anyway, I think it's gonna impress a lot of people. It's really cool. It's gonna be really cool. Just a super cute, just a gorgeous car. Great story behind it, and but the numbers matching side is gonna make a big difference. So, anyway,
Yeah,
is that our show?
I think so. Well, I mean, usually we have like an hour to prepare
Right.
before we go on air.
Right.
And we don't.
Right.
But this time, the hour we had to prepare, we really didn't have.
Right.
Because we were unloading a 930 turbo.
Yep, a rolled over turbo. So, but anyway, anything new in Porsche news?
New Cayenne, April 16th.
That's the official release
No,
date?
but that's my prediction.
Okay.
I think that's when the Shanghai Auto Show starts.
okay.
And that's when that's going to be unveiled. Did we talk about colors? We did, right? There's
Little bit.
2 new blues. Yep.
Yep. And then, so coming up in June is we've got the Porsche 75th anniversary party
Yeah.
that's going to happen. That's pretty wild.
That's going to be fun. That's on the 10th, I think.
10th, yeah.
And it's all about colors
Right.
because that's the thing.
That's the theme.
What color are you?
Feeling blue.
Yeah. And the other thing we need, I'm going to try to figure out how to do. There's that fuel fed group
Yes.
up in Boulder.
Right.
They do, I think the last Sunday of every month, they do a little car show. They do drives and things like that too. Our friend Ryan with steering committee and Randy, our sales guy, we're both members in Chicago. Boulder is kind of one of the next locations that they're doing this club, and they're trying to put together a 100-car Porsche club or Porsche show up kind of north of Boulder area, something like that. That'll be on June 24th.
Oh boy.
Which I really want to figure out how to go to, but
that's going to be tough.
I know. I might have to take a really long test drive with somebody at like 9 in the morning.
Right.
That might be the only way I can do
Right.
it. So, Doug, if you're in the market for a car, June 24th, 9 a.m., meet me here.
Yeah.
We'll try to head up. But
Yep. And
sounds like a cool thing.
the reason that's going to be tough
Yeah.
is June 25th is the Pikes Peak International Hill Climb.
Yep.
So here at Porsche Colorado Springs, the
Yeah.
week leading up to that is
Yeah.
a little crazy.
Yeah, the month is crazy.
The month is crazy.
But the week is a lot.
Yep.
So we'll see.
It sounds cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'll figure it out. I got guys that have helicopters.
Right.
Maybe I can get dropped in. Maybe Aziz can.
Right. Help out a little bit.
But it sounds cool. I guess there's I think it's Zufen Group, maybe is the name of the show. And they've
right.
done a few other ones in Chicago. And they're kind of trying to do something similar here. I think they've got a cool spot scouted out. Just a little gathering to show off some cool stuff.
Right.
So,
It said Team Keen on your computer there.
it did?
Yeah, that was kind of interesting.
Where did it say that?
Let's see here. What if I can figure out how to make this work again? There was a prompt that came up right here. Porsche Formula E Team
They're
Keen.
they're keen.
Keen to
They're
continue.
excited, yeah.
Ah, geez, I'm
Yeah.
excited for,
Yeah.
for Lee to be here.
Yeah. Me too.
Got me pumped.
I'm excited to see one of his cars.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, that's just going to be such a cool time. And then you and I are going to a pretty cool unveiling party.
Yeah, I don't know if we can talk about that yet. Can we?
I mean, you have to be invited, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, you and I cannot invite people.
I know.
So,
I didn't even get a plus half for Lewis.
well, the response that I got back from the organizer
Yeah.
said that that I could bring people, but he just has to know. So I
Oh,
said, can I
okay.
bring me and a guest?
Okay.
And he said, absolutely, you can bring a guest. He's like, we just have to know.
Got it.
So
Cool.
should be pretty cool.
I guess there's a new racetrack opening on a totally unrelated note,
Right. Right.
possibly somewhere out by the airport,
Right.
in Denver.
Yes.
Some kind of
That's the-
airport clubby,
Very
drivey
clubby.
thing.
Yeah, very clubby.
That sounds awesome.
It sounds super cool. I mean, it's not thermal, right? I mean, there's not like big houses,
Yeah.
along the track, but it sounds like a pretty sweet environment.
Sounds
out
like a place we need to have a place,
there. Yeah,
right? So,
yeah. It would be nice to be able to swing that.
oh yeah,
I don't know that we would be accepted, but we can sure try.
I've got a pretty good resume.
Right? Yeah, but I'm hoping.
Clubby activities.
Yeah, from what I've seen so far, it looks like a pretty amazing facility. And I don't know everybody that's behind it, but I have a feeling I know the main runner that's behind it. And yeah, the guy does everything to 100% and more. So
Cool.
I think if you put, if he's really doing this, I mean, he's going to do it all in. And some of the displays or whatever that I saw, maybe there's a go-kart track, out there.
That would be cool.
Same time, that would
Yeah.
be pretty fun.
You know what would be really awesome is if we could drive the track on a simulator while we were there. I think if I was organizing the party, I would want to do that. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Well, tell
Yep.
Lewis to get on it.
Yeah.
Maybe you can program something.
Yep.
Yeah, that would be pretty insane. So that should be really fun. I'm very curious to see, how that goes.
Yeah.
But get some more detailed.
Talk about a dream. When I was in high school, we wanted to open up like storage places to keep stuff, where you could have like a communal set of tools and lifts that you could work on your
Sure.
stuff, and you had a mechanic on staff that could help you if you needed help with stuff. And I think that kind of exists in those like designer garage condos and
Yep.
stuff like that now, right? So I missed the boat on that, and to have like a track for you and your buddies. How awesome.
That's pretty awesome.
I think cars, like we were talking about with that Turbo S, things are getting so fast that, I feel almost like I'm being completely irresponsible. I probably was irresponsible driving my Cayenne, right?
Right.
And it's just they're so capable, and you feel like a superhero in them. And that's an SUV, right? And that's not one of these 640 horsepower, 3,500 pound monsters. That they'll do anything you want them to.
Yeah.
So to have it in a more controlled environment, that's sweet.
Yeah. Speaking of irresponsible Turbo S's and speed, I took out the 2014 Turbo S after.
We haven't talked about that thing. I don't think.
We haven't, because I'm a little bit. I don't know exactly what to do with that car. So
let's ask everybody.
Let's ask everybody.
Yep.
So we've got a 2014 Turbo S Coupe, highly modified.
Yep.
Does not have
Great color.
It's a great color.
Ruby Stone.
No.
Ruby Star.
No.
Ruby Red.
Ruby Red. It's Ruby Red metallic.
It's Ruby something.
And then, oh my gosh, I'm embarrassed. The interior, is it Cognac Espresso?
That sounds right for that generation.
I think so.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous car. It's highly modified. Looks stock. It's got this incredible fuel pump system on board. It does have a methanol injection system that's just not active. Right? We can't.
So
do
is
that.
it running secondary fuel injectors then? Maybe.
It has one. It does have one additional fuel injector for the methanol.
Okay.
But that system's not currently active. But it could be, for the next owner. I want to say, so this car, I don't know who did the big build, the big initial build on it. It's not the original engine in the car. I want to say that it's producing probably around 900 horsepower when it's fully set up.
Yep.
Very tunable. It does have, I don't remember the name of the system, but it's a completely standalone DME, so engine control unit, which makes it a little bit challenging because that standalone system doesn't communicate with other modules in the car. And this one, it's had a altered PDK. The clutches themselves are Dobson clutches, I believe, which I think is a New Zealand company. It's the only people that will mess with PDK clutches.
I think that's what was in Lightning McQueen.
Maybe. It's very possible.
I think I remember seeing that.
And so inside the PDK unit, it has much kind of, harder. At least this car, the way to best describe it, it does not drive around town. It's really difficult that way. The car will actually stall on you if you don't mash the gas, or if things just kind of aren't right. That's how sticky the clutch pack is. Once you're on the highway and rolling, right, it's actually rather smooth and fine. Giant turbochargers, massive wastegates to let all the overboost out. And the wastegates are mounted, just behind the bumper cover. So when they open up, it's loud. It's not just loud. It's loud inside the cabin of the car when they open up. I can't even imagine what it sounds like on the outside of the car. And from what I am aware of, when it's hot, right, when you're burning a lot of fuel, when you decel, it will definitely flame out, right? It will pop out some flames out of the tailpipes on decel. But the way that the engine management system runs is the turbos need to build a lot of boost before it really starts taking off, right? So this isn't a car that necessarily launches. Lightning McQueen is a great launching car. You launch it, all four wheels break loose. It wreaks havoc, and it creates this insane experience that this is the fastest, most powerful thing that you've ever been in before. However, this car is a little bit different. If you're doing 20, 30 miles an hour, and then you stand on the gas pedal and you count to 3, the front end of the car may come off the ground. That's the kind of wicked acceleration this thing has. I had to ask if the transmission was re-geared. No, it's just the clutch packs. It's a stock PDK gearbox. The gears themselves are strong enough to put up with the power, but the factory clutches wouldn't be. So if you've got some sticky tires and good tarmac underneath you, this is a screaming car. Airstrip attack, the Texas Mile, that's what this car was built for. It took Jason quite a while to kind of sort everything out on it when we got it.
Yep.
But I got to tell you, if you're looking for, crazy go fast and to try and set a record somewhere, this thing is, it's ready. Now, granted, you should probably put some racing seats back in it and some actual harnesses.
Does it have a cage?
It has a partial cage right now, which you could finish it, though. You could put a full cage in there. And this is not a Pikes Peak hill climb car. it's not a, stop and go type thing. This is it's an accelerate and see how fast you can go. It's intense. It's quite intense. In Jason's expression, it gets pretty rowdy when you get up above 6,000 RPM or so. And it doesn't even need necessarily high RPM. It just needs time in order for the turbos to spool.
Yep.
And you hear them inside the car. And they're not real fast spooling. They just give this really cool, like it just continues to build. But like Jason had said, if you can count to 3 with your foot on the gas pedal and hold it there, when you get off, when you end at 3, if your foot's still down, that's going to be the ride.
Here's the problem with that. If that was a stock 14 Turbo S, 3 seconds would be easily 60 miles an hour.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
in my experimentation with it, it was just driving home, and there's lots of stretches on I-25, and I don't think I got above like 80 miles an hour or whatever on the way home.
Yeah, just keeping up with traffic.
Right, exactly. But there's a couple sections out there where I could kind of let off because traffic, some of it's flying by. And when you get in these long straights, the thing like, let's see what it kind of feels like. Well, it does. It takes so long, for it to build. And then so you're accelerating from, 60 to 80 miles an hour or whatever, and it takes up that time. I don't need to go any faster than that, right? So I would be letting off of it. So I wasn't letting it build long enough to really kind of experience the whole thing. But talking to Jason, before and after, and understanding what's going on, I don't need to experience it.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, this is one of the cars that definitely has potential to where the front end will lift off the ground.
You want to just bring it to Bandimere this weekend?
Right. Well, that's what
doing up
Jason
there?
told me. He said, just drive straight to Bandimere and let me know what your quarter mile and trap times are.
I think the problem is if you ran once, they would red flag you and tell you need a full cage and like a wheelie bar, a parachute, and a helmet.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Seriously. I think if you break into the 9s, I think that's when that stuff starts being required.
Right.
So someone will tell us.
Yeah, but it's a quarter mile, Bandimere, so I don't know that you're going to get there in a quarter mile. It just the car needs a little bit of room to run. So if you had, do you remember our 918 client that did the speed trap, run?
The Sun Valley Tour de Force.
Yeah, Idaho. Now that's a long road.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's a long stretch. Put it out there. That might be kind of fun. Or, the hill climb with it coming up, they have the airstrip attack that happens before then.
Yep.
Let's convince someone to hop in and do it there. Put a helmet on.
Let's put it on Turo for the weekend that's happening.
Right.
Can we do that?
Yeah, 10 grand, put it 10,000 for the day.
Yeah.
Something like that. I think that might work.
All right.
Good idea.
Hey, whatever we can do.
Right. But yeah, so I got to figure out what to do with that car. But it's ready to go. So anybody listening or watching that wants a absolutely psychotic straight line 2014 Turbo S, you can come on down and buy it tomorrow.
I think that sounds wonderful.
I kind of got off topic there.
No, I think that was right on topic.
All right.
We're talking about cars and Porsches and things that we have. So
Okay, right? That's very true.
I think that's all about there.
The classic side of things seems to be picking up a little bit. The classic car market. And we're getting some cars. There's another car that I'm working on, but again, I don't want to talk about it because I don't actually have it yet. I'm going to go take a look at it this weekend. Should be a pretty interesting air-cooled classic car that I think is really well taken care of. Another great driver. It's a good representation of its time period. And then obviously with the 78 Targa, it's super cool. It is SC is definitely, they are. I mean, there's a big spot in my heart, that is filled with SC. Personally, it's a coupe. I love the coupe. But this Targa,
Well, I mean, a coupe just sold for 105.
105,000
105
plus.
Yeah, so 110
Plus, another $5,000.
on Bring a Trailer
Yeah.
with like 110,000 miles.
Yeah,
something like that. I mean, it was
115.
a pretty car, but I think like the 996, people are starting to appreciate those cars more. You know, an SC was probably a $20,000 car 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, the fact that they're being appreciated means I think you can buy into it and spend money keeping it up now, and be safer in that.
Right.
Right. When it was a $20,000 car doing a, you know, if you had to do a $30,000 motor out reseal, probably not doing that.
Right.
Right. Because yeah, so you sell it on. At this point, you know, the cars are worth enough. This one doesn't need it, but you know, in another 100,000 miles when it does, you can do that, and
Right.
it's worth it.
Yeah.
So
No, for sure.
yeah. Have you been to Luftgekühlt?
No, never been.
Should we go?
Never been able to get a ticket.
Really?
Oh, that's on my birthday.
Yeah. Well, let's go.
April 29th. Happens to be a
Buy
Saturday.
tickets.
Where is it at this year? So they already
San Francisco.
Okay. That should be a cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good piece there.
Early admission, 2 tickets.
I mean, we got a number of clients that go.
Yeah.
Even Jason went this past year,
Right?
which is kind of fun. Our friend Mr. Zwart was obviously a big part of that. So that would be kind of cool to run into him there. So that's, I mean, wow, it's already, I mean, it's almost April now.
I know.
Isn't that crazy?
Okay, let's talk about that for real.
Lifka
I've got a day off.
right.
They don't need us.
Well, if you schedule it, they won't let me do. That's not true.
I don't know. We don't really need to be here.
Right.
I think that'd be fun. I'd like to go to one of those. Just seem, you know, to see the way they set those up. I think it would just be cool, even for us doing the classic car show at the museum,
Yeah. No.
just to understand a little bit of how they
Holy
do
moly.
what they do.
Yeah. Wow. That makes me think. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to do in a very short period of time.
Are we doing that again?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's an annual thing for us.
Should we pick a date?
Well, there is a little bit of a planning committee internal of the dealership,
sure.
so hopefully they've got something with an idea lined up.
I'm sure.
Hopefully nothing before June. It's no, our
I
classic.
think it's late. I think it's usually late.
Yeah, August, September, yeah, something like that. But yeah, probably September actually is when that's usually when it's a little cooler outside, which is kind of nice. The classic, the air cooled cars certainly appreciate when it's a little bit cooler. So yeah, no, we'll certainly do that again. So for people watching and listening, you know, be on the lookout for that for our classic show. And then it is specific classic cars. I think the first time that we put it on, we had a person show up in a Panamera. So, okay.
Great car.
Great car, super cool car. It's just, you know, like, hey, go to the end of the row, right? But the following year, no, it was quite, you know, people that were trying to register non-classic cars. We had to tell them, yeah, unfortunately, you can come watch and, you know, be part of the festivities, but we can't put your car in the display.
Yep.
So. Which is actually kind of good because that means it's big enough, right? It's a big enough show to where we actually have to turn a couple cars away. Something that I know that you and Travis here have talked about before is doing an actual car show. You know, and it doesn't just have to be Porsche cars. It can be
Cars and coffee. Yeah.
Yeah. And
I do this.
right.
This is my above and beyond contribution to
That's
the
right.
dealership at large.
That's right.
If anyone else wants to do a car show, I would be happy to talk about it on my podcast. I will announce the dates,
right.
and I'll tell people they should come.
Yep.
And I'll show up.
Yeah.
I would.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do a show from the show.
There you go. It would be good to get some feedback from our listeners to say, I mean, just because we know the right people, right? You know, all the Colorado Cars and Coffee people. So
Yeah, they
it
want
would
us to do it.
Yeah, it would be good planning
Yeah.
as far as what do you guys suggest? When should this be done? And it doesn't have to. It's not every week. It may not be done every month. Maybe it's a quarterly thing. I don't know.
Yep.
But just any kind of suggestion on when we could do our own car show here and it would be at the dealership. We would probably use our Power Sports lot, I'm assuming, or maybe all of
All of them.
right?
Yeah. See, if I was going to do it, what I would do is I would clear out the showroom from sales cars, for cars that were for sale. And I would fill the showrooms with the awesome cars that our clients have.
Oh, there you
because
go.
there is so much crazy stuff that doesn't ever get seen.
Right.
I think that would be really cool for people to come in and get to just have their minds blown by some of this stuff. And then do the other show, the main show outside. And, we could like fill our customer parking here with all of the cars that are inside and still have those available. But if you could fill the inside of the showroom with just, there's what, a 916?
Oh, that's right.
I don't know what that is.
We will see that. We will have that car here for a little while.
So that would be sweet. There's a GT1.
Yep.
That lives around here somewhere. There's some cool old speedsters.
Right.
And at the museum there was the Blue Blood car.
Yeah.
Like this crazy Porsche 356 that was rebodied by
the Beutler.
Yeah. I don't know. It was weird. But all of that stuff and you could do pretty good. I think you could have a pretty sweet show.
Right.
So
that would be a lot of fun.
Yep.
That would be a lot of fun. I like the idea of putting clients' cards inside. That just brought into my brain. I was talking with one of our great friends out in Kansas City, part of the Kansas City crew. He was their Porsche Club's president last year. He put their tour together to come here and visit Porsche Colorado Springs and I mean the Colorado Springs area, more importantly. And I learned yesterday in talking to him is that he's not the president this year. He's a member at large, maybe. And he's had a number of people come up to him already saying, hey, when is the tour to Colorado Springs happening? And he said, it's not.
Yep.
And what are you talking about? We heard about the great time that you had last year and everybody's raving about it. I mean, there's a lot of people expecting to go this year. And his response is, well, I'm not the president. I'm not planning this stuff. But I'm pretty sure everything's been planned out for the year, so maybe mention it, to the board and see if they can put something together for next year. So anyway, Kansas City crew might be coming back. It wouldn't be this year, but maybe the following year, because apparently a lot of people from there were expecting to come this way. That's how good of a time.
They had their own little mini Treffin.
They did. They had the little mini Treffin, and I think
it wasn't that mini.
No,
but compared to Treffin,
it was no. I mean, for a Porsche club, it was a pretty good gathering, especially from 9 hours away. So I think when that happens, we should probably pair that with one of our own local, gatherings as well. I think that would be a ton of fun. They were super impressed with what you and I were able to accomplish for them. They were blown away. They were not expecting that. They were expecting just to come in and look around.
Yeah. No sandwiches and beer.
Right. Yeah. Like, this is what Fred keeps talking about. Right. But no, they were not expecting drinks and food and all that stuff. And so that's why they stayed, forever, which was awesome. But so
next time, no drinks, no food.
So I really look forward to hosting them again. And I would love to host other Porsche clubs from other states.
Yeah. Well, actually, great point. Guess what's happening tomorrow? We're hosting the Porsche Club.
You'd think we rehearsed this.
Yeah, right? From 4 to 7.
Oh, that's right.
So we got to clear out the showroom and set up some tables tomorrow morning.
That's right.
I hope you didn't have a big meeting planned.
Oh, I got a big meeting planned.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah. Bring your brown pants.
I feel sick.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. So that's the new member social.
Yeah.
Do you know how many people you're expecting?
I think there were 40 people signed up.
Okay. So 60.
Could be. Yeah.
Somewhere Could be 20. No, we always have a great turnout with all that stuff. So that'll be fun. Get to meet some new people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll make some plans. So anyone, in the area listening, pop on by.
Right. Free beer and wine.
Right. That's pretty nice for a little bit. So we got that to look forward to. But today, Friday was a pretty decent day overall. Tomorrow, Saturday, should be a really fun day. Hopefully the weather holds out a little bit longer. My son's going to be back on the go-kart track doing some testing and tuning because he's got an actual race coming up here pretty soon, which is exciting stuff. Hopefully I get some video.
Can you drive it around the neighborhood?
Yeah.
Oh, you were saying that you probably flex the chassis though, right? Because it's the road's not as smooth.
Yeah. If you hit some of the dips enough, you might mess it up. So he's not supposed to, and he won't. Yeah, he won't.
If you put a flag on it,
right?
I think that's all you need.
Yeah,
right. I mean, visibility. You don't want to get run over by some Yahoo in a
Yeah.
what, the Grand Wagoneer.
Right. It's like a tiny aerial atom. The thing is just nutty. It's just absolutely crazy. Last weekend when we went, it was his second test and tune weekend, and I got to check his lap times. He has a full aim dash right in the car. So he checks, every time he comes off. Extremely consistent times, which is amazing.
That's cool. Yeah.
But his average speed is 62.8 miles per hour.
That's moving. Where's the track?
Well, this last weekend, it was action karting, which is at Bandamere.
Okay.
So golden-ish, area off of C470 and 285.
Remember when we were talking about dry nitrous?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. Oh, trust me, I was geeking out with Jason and Jeb this morning about fuel.
Oh,
right.
cool.
Different kinds of fuel to run. And then Jeb went into this whole other, like baking experiment where he's telling me to put a shot of acetone in with the fuel for 5 gallons of fuel. There was something, it was a shot of acetone if you needed to kind of cool it down. Oh, it was methanol. We have actual methanol back there. But he said run a liter, I think it was like a liter of methanol in a 5-gallon tank, like a 5-gallon drum of fuel. Okay. And if you need to cool it down or warm it up, I think it was at Adverse, it was a shot of acetone.
Interesting.
Yeah. It was wild what they were talking about.
He's an old 2-stroke motorcycle racer.
Correct.
So
he's got it all.
He's got tricks.
Oh yeah, no, he's got it all.
Did you see the new Dodge Demon?
No, no.
It puts out 1,800 horsepower or some stupid number when it's running on E85.
Right.
So they called it the Demon 170.
Oh my gosh!
Because that's the proof the ethanol is. Because it's 85%.
Right.
So that's 170 proof. Right. I think that is the coolest car name on the planet now.
Oh my!
How hilarious!
Mm-hmm.
You're naming it after whiskey. That's pretty good. That's pretty unique.
Yeah, I guess if you want to go out with a bang, put yourself in an 1,800 horsepower Dodge.
Yeah, it's probably not the right number, but it's a lot. Mm-hmm. It's a lot.
Well, did we fill up some time?
I think we got there.
I think we made it. You got a song picked out?
Nope.
Why is this the hardest part of our show?
Because I don't think about it. I should just go to Pandora. Let it figure it out.
Yeah, say I'm feeling lucky.
Oh, it's some K-pop. We'll do some K-pop.
Whatever you decide.
This one's called Face. Okay. You ready?
Let's give it a shot.
Okay.
Are we turned up here? We got all
I think everything
on?
looks good. Thanks everybody for hanging out.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Call Nancy and ask for me if you want any of the GT3s or the RS. Mm-hmm. But look forward to catching up next week.
Yeah. And real quick, it's at the end of the show. We'll do a plug. We'll see.
You want to say thanks?
Yeah, we'll say thanks. We'll see if we actually get paid by these guys sometime. This show, First Dibs podcast from inside Porsche Colorado Springs, is brought to you partly by Prima Car Care.
Very part. Small part.
So anyway, super cool companies, super cool people that are running it and coming up and developing new technologies. They're science nerds, they're car wash nerds that have been doing this for a long time. And it's a Colorado-based company. It's anyway, they're a lot of fun. Go out and get yourself one slick mother fluffer, which happens to be
let's get some of that. Let's go
number one item.
All right, let's do a car wash video.
Right, we might be able to do that.
Anyway,
so thank you.
Thanks everybody.
Mm-hmm. All right, we'll talk to you next week.
What did I find? Why'd you take me off the air? This is going to get us shut down in Korea for sure. I just want to... That's 30 seconds. Oh,
they're trying to ban TikTok. They're going to ban us.
No, that's China, not Korea. All right. Thanks, everybody.
사람을 믿는 걸 지독한 악몽이 시작인 걸